Gotta hand him over, Franklin.
Sharks smell blood. They gonna come.
Snowfall.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight we're gonna be talking about Snowfall season 4, episode 5. This is the recap. So down below, I want you guys to let me know exactly how you felt about tonight's episode of Snowfall. I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And overall, man, watching this episode, I felt for your boy Leon. I mean, he went through it, y'all. He went through it. The whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, man, I hope Leon gets through this. He survives. And of course, that's exactly what happens. But it was a struggle for your boy. But it's going to open up a whole new storyline. Different things is about to happen. We know just by watching this episode, it's about to get crazy when it comes between Leon, Franklin Sane, going up against Scully and the man boy. That's going to be a hard one, right? Now, let's begin. What did we see in this episode? Now, of course, Leon and Fatback, they said, you know what? It's time to just get rid of this car. We have to get rid of any type of evidence that can connect right back to us. Now, we find out later on in the episode, Leon's fingerprints, was on the bullets and stuff like that. So he was screwed anyway. But I don't blame him for getting rid of this car. I mean, in the predictions, a lot of people believe that, of course, Scully would end up blowing up their car, but it wasn't Scully at all. It was Leon. They decided to get rid of it. Now we get to the hospital scene, and very emotional scene because Scully losing a child. I mean, Khadijah's there. I mean, this is sad, right? And you already know, you can feel the tension that it's going to be hell to pay for somebody, right? You already know they're going to bring everything. Khadijah, in this episode, she kept everything together, right? We know in the future she's going to go off. It did not happen in this episode. We know it's coming, that she's going to go off very soon. Now, Leon, he knows he's on the run. He knows he cannot really be seen by anybody. And at this particular moment, none of the stuff is really on the news as far as him being a suspect in this case, but he wants to go and find money. He needs a place to stay. His mother is like, nah, you can't stay here. Even though Leon is the one to help her get this place, even though Leon has pretty much stashed 20 G's there, which he can't even get. I mean, she pretty much knew something was up and she did not allow Leon to stay, but she did give him, her little jacket that she had or whatever, her little sweater to keep him warm throughout the night. Now, man boy decides to go and talk to his sister Khadijah. He's pretty much trying to squash whatever issues that he has. He's saying, look, I want to find the person that, took out my niece, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Khadijah was pissed off. At the end of the day, she wants Leon out of the picture. So of course, she's going to try to fix things with her brother, and she's trying to figure out a game plan in order to take down Leon. But I don't blame her. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess blood was shed. So of course, she gonna have to do what she has to do. I know a lot of people was like, man boy doesn't really care. He's just trying to cause some issues. But we're going to see his true agenda later on down the line. Now, man boy, he goes to Franklin Sane and he tells him, look, Leon did this, and of course, we need to handle this. When my boys messed up in the past, I handled it. I pretty much took them out. And that's the huge difference between him and Franklin Sane. We know Franklin ain't about taking out his peoples, especially someone like Leon. But he pretty much tells Franklin, you have to handle this or it's going to be hell to pay. And that's the last thing you want. I mean, Franklin Sane definitely ain't trying to be going up against man boy and Scully at the same time. I mean, they ain't something that you want to be going through. But at the end of the day, Franklin in this episode showed us his true cards, and that he's going to look out for his boy no matter what. He understood that he put Leon in the position that he's in, that he's of course partially could be blamed for this, even though Leon made those decisions. But of course it was because of your boy Franklin Saint's decision to screw over Scully, which caused a ripple effect, right? Now Aunt Louie is telling Franklin, look, you got to get rid of Leon. Aunt Louie is all about business. This is nothing personal. She does not want a war. She tells Franklin, we ain't gonna survive a war between Man Boy and Scully. It's just not going to happen. So we have to get rid of your boy. I know y'all grew up, you love him and everything like that, but we got to get rid of him. Now, Uncle Jerome is pretty much putting out the scenarios. It's like, pretty much, we either look out for Leon or we go to war. What do you want to do? So now, once again, as I told you guys before, Franklin Sane has a decision to make. What does he want to do? And we know that, of course, he wants to save his boy. Now, Leon, he goes to the shelter, and of course, Franklin's dad lets him know exactly where Leon is at. And it's sad to see Leon at this state, at this mental state. We have never seen Leon like this before, right? He's usually a strong person, and we don't really see him struggling mentally the way he is struggling in this episode. But that's what happens when you take down a kid. That's what's happened when everybody's probably out to try to get you. I really felt bad for Leon in this episode because we know at the end of the day, Leon was not trying to take out a kid. He was just defending himself. He was trying to get payback. At the end of the day, his intentions was not to take down no kids. And of course, they end up giving him a spot to stay in, which was one of the predictions that a lot of fans thought. I believe that, Leon should have got put in a place that was farther away, but at the same time, Franklin was able to give him some protection at this particular moment. Now, Uncle Jerome tells Franklin, like, look, ain't no coming back from killing the kid, and this can change a person forever. So Leon is definitely going to change. He's not going to be that same person that he was in the past, right? We know this. Now, Gustavo is bailed out by Teddy because we know your boy Gustavo thought it was cool to try to hit on cops. He's drunk. I mean, he was really slipping up in this episode. Teddy has to let him know, you cannot do this at all. I can't keep bailing you out. We can't keep going through this because if it is going to be a problem, that's not going to look good for us. Now, your boy Scully, he does not want to leave the hospital. He does not want the doctors to perform this autopsy. But, Khadijah says, look, let them do their jobs. We have to get home. We have to clean up and pretty much figure out a game plan. I'm not about to just sit up in this hospital all day long. It doesn't make any sense. But at the end of the day, I understood Scully. He couldn't let it go, man. Like I said, losing a kid, man, it can get to you. In the way that it happened, it was very sad. Now, your boy Franklin figures, maybe I can go to Teddy. Maybe Teddy can help me out. Now, this is also one of the fan predictions. A lot of people believe that Franklin will try to get Teddy's help. Of course, Teddy's going to try to dig and find out what he can about the case, and that's exactly what he does. Now, Irene is getting very close to putting all her information together for this investigation, this report that she wants to do on, of course, Teddy. We know Franklin Sane is a part of this as well. This is a huge drug bust that she wants to put together. And of course, she's going to get those resources in this episode. Now, we get to the part where everybody was wondering, did Franklin Sane actually pull a gun out on Leon? Come to find out, y'all, this was a dream. Yes, it was definitely a dream. And actually, it had me cracking up because Uncle Jerome was looking crazy as hell. I mean, look at him. Look at him. The man looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it was just a dream. Leon is tweaking out. He's like, man, I don't know who to trust. If I'm Leon at this moment, I will be paranoid. I will be thinking that everybody's out to get me. Someone is trying to set me up. I mean, your boy Franklin, he's looking crazy as hell as well in this dream. I mean, Leon is not having the best day. I can tell you that right now. This is probably one of his worst. Well, it is his worst few episodes. Of course, he wakes up and realizes like, man, okay, that was a dream. But he wakes up and he's in another dream. Then he sees, of course, Khadijah. She's laughing at him. I mean, of course, and then we see Khadijah with Leon in her hands. And she pretty much tell him, you done up right. You done up all the way now. So Leon is definitely going through it, man. He's going through a whole lot of mental stress and pressure, and he needs help. And of course, Sissy, I give her the MVP of this episode, man. She goes there and she, of course, she gives Leon the comfort that he needed. He needed this love. He needed this moment to just let it all out. And he did that in this episode, man. Of course, Sissy, that's a mother figure for your boy Leon. She's been knowing him since he was a kid, and she went there, she braided his hair, and, She let him get all his pain, his frustrations out. And it was sad to see Leon like this. As I told you guys, this episode was very, very emotional for your boy Leon. You know what I'm saying? But he did pull through. He did get it together. And he made sure he did what he had to do to survive. But it was sad seeing him like this. Now, we get back to Gustavo. He's having all these different demands for Teddy. But one thing that I want to talk about is Gustavo, he wants to find Lucia. And this is one of the fan theories that everybody's been waiting for. Everybody's been waiting for her return. Hopefully we find out the truth. Hopefully we find out if Lucia is out there, which I think she is. And we shall see later on this season. Now, we get to Scully. We get to Man-Boy, and it's about to go down. Scully done pulled out the strap on him. Of course, Man-Boy is coming there to pretty much apologize for everything that's going on. His niece is gone. So, of course, the two have something in common. It's time to team up. Khadijah pretty much tells Scully, look, you have to accept this apology for me. We got to squash all this. We have a common enemy, and that enemy is, of course, Leon. And Scully, he's telling your boy, Man-Boy, look, you told me to keep my daughter away from this. You told me a long time ago not to, have her around this lifestyle. And look what happened. So now the two have decided to join together, right? This is very dangerous for Franklin Sane and his organization. The last thing that he wanted was Scully and Man-Boy to get back on good terms. And now it's definitely the case. And of course, we know it's going to be hell to pay for Franklin Sane and also your boy Leon. Now, Irene decides to continue her little investigation. She goes to the prison. She's talking to inmates that we know that Teddy has screwed over. She tells them, look, it's not snitching if you turn in the person that turned you in. She's showing them all this information about Teddy and about what he did. So now these inmates are, they thinking about flipping. And we already know she's going to put this case together and it's going to be hell to pay once she presents this information. Now, Teddy tells Franklin that Leon is pretty much screwed. They got fingerprints. It's not looking too good. They know he is connected to you. So you guys better lay low. It's not nothing, I can't really do nothing for you guys. You have to pretty much fix this on your own. Then we finally see the news report. We see Leon. We see Fatback. They're all on the news. Everybody knows. As I told you guys in the past, the last thing that Leon wanted was his face to be on the news, or at least the last thing he wanted was everybody to find out. And once everybody finds out what he did, he's going to have enemies everywhere. And of course, his mother sees it. She knew something was up when Leon came to her. And of course, she was right. Something was up. Your boy Leon has pretty much screwed up. Franklin Sane, he's having a conversation with Louie and Uncle Jerome. They see the same thing on the news. And Louie, she's like, look, we have to get him far away, and then we have to make a decision. Franklin Sane is not about to turn over his boy. He showed his true cards this episode, and I'm proud of him because a lot of people believe that he may just take out Leon. Now, Khadijah is pissed off. She's like, why are you getting attacked too? You kicking it with Man-Boy. I mean, y'all in here chilling. Y'all need to go out there and find Leon and get rid of the problem, right? We see Leon, and of course, he sees the same news report that everybody else sees. His face all over TV. This is the last thing that he wants to see. So now, Leon said, you know what? I got to get out of Dodge because I believe someone is after me. Everybody knows what I did now, especially since it's on the news. I don't feel safe here. I have to get away. So I kind of don't blame Leon for leaving. But at the end of the day, it kind of messed things up for Franklin, especially when we found out Franklin Sane's true agenda, because Franklin had to make a decision. He went back. Leon is gone. If Leon would have just stayed there, it would have been an easier process getting Leon away. But it happened the way it happened, right? Now, Leon is able to go and he's able to collect some money. He's like, look, I got to get out of Dodge. I have to get away, and I got to get away very, very fast. Now, like I told you guys, of course, the game plan was messed up. Leon walks outside, and of course, your boy Scully is out there. Cornrows is out there, and they're just waiting for him. They see him, and now they're going to chase him and try to take him out. which is going to cause some problems because, of course, Leon has to run for his life. He does not want to die, right? And we know that Leon is saved once again. He's saved by Franklin Sane and Uncle Jerome. Now, this is also going to create issues because we know Leon is still alive. Everybody still knows Leon is out there on the run. And, of course, they're putting all the pressure on Franklin Sane because they're like, look, you had the decision to make and you decided to save Leon. And it seems like you want to go to war based on your decision making. So we already know in these next couple of episodes that Scully is going to come full force. Khadijah is going to come. And Manboy is going to be very slick about the way he comes as well. Now, Irene, she's able to get their approval to keep pushing this investigation. Now, of course, her boss tells her, look, I need you to get some more resources. I need you to find a weak link in this case. Now, you guys said that Irene's character is based off Gary Webb, and I think you guys are right. We know exactly what he did back in the day. This guy is doing the same thing that Irene is doing. The question is, will Irene be successful? Will she get popped? Only time should tell. Now, at the end of the episode, your boy, Manboy, has a conversation with Franklin Sane. He tells him, look, I have respect for you. Because you was all about business. You never took anything personal. But you're going to go to war. You want to go to war all over little Leon, really? And Franklin says, look, that's the difference between me and you. I don't turn on my people. We seen what your boy Manboy did in the past by turning on his people. So now he lets him know, look, I ain't doing that to my boy Leon. So whatever you want to do, let's go ahead and do it. I got the plug. Y'all need me. Manboy is pissed off. He lets Franklin know, look, when that blood starts spilling, them sharks gonna come pretty much. And you already know that's exactly what's about to happen. It's about to get ugly. It is about to get ugly. So the difference between Manboy and Scully is, as I told you guys in the past, Scully, you know what you're getting. He's coming full force. He's wild. He's loud. He's easy to be seen, right? With the Manboy, he is slick. As I told you guys, Manboy is the problem. I made the video a week or 2 weeks ago talking about Manboy will really be the problem. As we saw in tonight's episode, he is shooting out that warning signal to Franklin Sane, letting him know, look, I'm coming for you. In your organization, it's just a matter of time before you pay. So, what is Franklin Sane going to do? Will he have a game plan? I think he will, but it will be hell to pay. As I told you guys in the past, bodies are going to continue to drop, and it's just a matter of time before we see it. But overall, man, this was a solid episode. I felt bad for Leon and what he was going through, but at the end of the day, I gained more respect for Franklin Sane for staying loyal, for not doing his boy Leon in, for understanding that he had to look out for his day one and ride with him. No matter what, you got to ride with him because at the end of the day, you chose his lifestyle. You chose, those decisions that put Leon in the situation that he was in. So you might as well ride it out with him and try your best to protect him, no matter what nobody says. It's just principles to me. But we're going to get ready for episode 6. You guys let me know exactly how you felt about this episode. Leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. And we're going to continue to talk about these storylines. But thank you guys for all the support, all the love. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me go on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.